Here is the updated pathway for 2022 to become a data scientist. Data scientists need to know math, and to learn math, the first step is learning the language in which mathematicians speak. To do that, I would recommend the Data Science Math Skills by Duke University. It is an excellent introduction to the field of mathematics. Next up is the Stanford Introduction to Statistics. It's not going to go into the computer science or using computers. It's going to use those math skills you learned in the first course to teach these fundamental statistics topics. Step number 3 is the very famous IBM Data Science Professional Certificate. Now this is going to take a long time, but it teaches all of the very important data science topics at a general level for beginners. So it's going to go over Python and SQL and all of this tabular data stuff that every single data scientist needs on the job. You need to work with data, and this course is going to do that for you. Now, the IBM is great, but it's not going to make you a phenomenal programmer on its own. To get better at coding and learn those skills that are commonly taught in interviews and really required by the high-level companies, I would highly recommend the Data Structures and Algorithms course by the University of California. It'll teach lists and arrays and linked lists and hash maps, all those common algorithms. It's going to really help your coding skills and make you better all around. Now, next up, I have an optional step because technically you're not going to need it. But what I would recommend is the Imperial College London Mathematics for Machine Learning, which teaches linear algebra and calculus at a level that's not too bad, and what will really help for learning the next step, which is machine learning. Step number 5 is what we've been missing in the pathway for years. It is a machine learning course by Andrew Ng, so it's phenomenal, but it's in Python, okay? So it fits perfectly into this pathway. It teaches all of the common statistical learning and machine learning algorithms and concepts, a crucial course. Make sure you get this one. Step number 6, I have to start using 2 hands now for the steps. We're getting up there. The Deep Learning Specialization by Andrew Ng. Now, the machine learning course in step 5 before, that fits perfectly leading up into the deep learning specialization because there's just a little bit of crossover with the neural networks, enough so that it makes the deep learning specialization even easier to get into, and it's going to take you really far into the neural network architectures like CNN, RNN for computer vision and time series forecasting and NLP. It is just an amazing set of courses, and I know you're going to love it. Step number 7 is the MLOps specialization, also by Andrew Ng and Deep Learning AI. It is a great course to learn, we know all these concepts now, but what do we actually do in practice? Well, the MLOps specialization is going to teach you that, and it leads very nicely into the next step. Step number 8 is the Big Data specialization, again by University of California. Now, this is a little bit of a switch from the machine learning stuff. Actually, they do talk about machine learning in the big data a little bit, which is why I placed it at step number 8 here. This course is going to teach about those fundamental big data concepts like Spark and Hadoop, and they teach it at a level you can actually understand. Many of these courses about big data, it's so high level, it doesn't really go into the details. This course does an amazing job at going into the details and making it easy to understand. Our second and last step, step number 9, you gotta get on the cloud and use those really popular systems that all the companies are using. I would recommend starting with the AWS Essential Skills. Now, this course has nothing to do with machine learning. It is just a simple introduction to working on the cloud and AWS in general. Here we have it, step number 10, I'm not going to say it quite yet, recapping what we've learned: math skills, data science, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, machine learning practices on the cloud, big data. All of these concepts lead up to what? AWS data science. Okay, you've learned all these things. How do we really put it together in practice? AWS. These companies are using AWS. Okay, they obviously use other things as well. Maybe some use GCP. Feel free to do the GCP one instead. The point is to get on the cloud and do machine learning and deep learning on the cloud. That's how these companies work. Now, I know this is going to take a long time. I'm not going to give you how long it's going to take. Some of you are going to skip some steps. Some of you are going to learn faster or slower than others. It doesn't matter. Take your time. This is the no BS pathway to really knowing everything you need to become a data scientist. Learn this and you are set. I mean it. As a bonus for this video, I also included in the description a condensed pathway, which kind of leaves out some of the mathematics and not as important topics just to make it a little faster. But I really strongly recommend the full pathway we just discussed. I really hope that this was helpful. If you did find it helpful, please drop a like on the video. It really helps me out and everybody else as well. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next time, guys. Have a great day.